Nation. We are going to talk a little bit about this whack ass divisional round of the playoffs and uh, and more. So, if you're rewatching this, I would suggest jump forward to about 4 or 5 minutes in. We should have a few people in here, and we'll start talking. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Enjoyed some good football for the most part. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Yes, sir. What's up, Taftwood? How you doing, brother? Man, that game had me questioning my fandom. Like, can I really continue to stand behind this team that just can't win the big games, I don't know. We'll get into it, We're talking about divisional round of the playoffs. Q. Yeah, like definitely some interesting games today, At some point, I'm going to get into who I am supporting the rest of the way through these. Basically, we got the championship games, AFC, NFC, and then a Super Bowl. So I'll get into that here shortly. Tough break on the Broncos, man, with Bo Nix breaking his ankle or fracturing his ankle or breaking a bone in his ankle, something like damn near on the last play of the game at that, So the Broncos definitely got an uphill battle now. The thing they do have going for them is they have the home field advantage, but they have no Bo Nix. And, man, that's going to be rough for them. What's up, baby girl? 6'7". And then I think C.J. Stroud got injured in that game. He hit his hand or his finger or something on somebody's helmet, and his throws didn't look too good after that. I mean, Stroud honestly hasn't been playing elite football last couple of weeks, but yeah, that defense is just seeing the way that they swarm to the ball, how fast they are, how violent they are. Like they are. That defense is elite. Sam Darnold's still a bum, if you ask me, but that defense, they got something special with that defense. Yeah, the Pats look good. I mean the Broncos just knocking out Josh Allen. Allen's tough, No, I don't. But maybe we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, like definitely some interest in that Rams Bears game, man. Like honestly, I said I thought the NFC West would represent I said I thought the NFC West would represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, and now that's going to happen. I honestly didn't think the Broncos and the Pats were as good as they are. So, it's interesting for sure. But Yeah, I'm struggling with my Niner fandom at this point. Like, how many times can my heart be broken by these guys? I mean, they played their hearts out with what they had, but every year, injury report, injury report, injury report, IR, big stars on IR. Like, man, this is difficult. But next year's another year, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, and they put up 28 on them, but Stroud just was not accurate at all. I think the hand played into it on that. But at the same time, their defense played well. Now, I was looking at statistics on quarterbacks in this round, and nobody really had that game where you're like, yeah, see, that quarterback play is what's taking them. You know what I mean? But the defenses are real. The defense, and one thing I noticed with the Rams, they won with the run game today, and the defense did enough. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's going to be a clash between the Hawks and the Rams next week. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll watch it. Hey. No, you guys go play over there, okay?
But my mom said I can be in there for you.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Really? Say hi and then
hi.
Go, and then see who that is and go
hi.
inside, okay?
And my sister.
Okay. Yeah. That was just rough.
Hi, Papa. Hi.
Hi, baby. You want to come say hi real quick?
Hi.
Come and say hi real quick, and then you guys go inside, all right?
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
These are my grandbabies. All right, now go inside, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
They wanted to say hi, so they can say hi.
Yeah.
Not to stay.
No, that's good. That's cool. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. I see there are 18 in here. We have 4 likes. Let's run those likes up a little bit. Yeah, and I'm kind of the same way. Like, I was trying to watch that Bears and Rams game, and we had to go do some grocery shopping at some point today, and I said, you know what, let's just go. Like, I don't watch football the same when my team isn't playing. And, I mean, I don't know, the injuries are just, ugh. Yeah, they sure did, huh? They came in and said, it's not your live anymore, little homie. Yeah, those are the grandbabies. So, yeah, those are chorus babies right there. Chorus girls. So, oh, yeah, rough weekend. I think the Rams have the best chance of knocking off the Seahawks, though. So I was kind of hoping, like, I wasn't rooting for the Rams. I just can't root for divisional rivals, I can't do it. So I can't root for them. So I'm going to watch the game next week, and I don't know, hope maybe a meteor hits the stadium and both teams lose. That's a horrible thing to say, right? But yes, they did. Tapwood. I'm surprised Sports Jazz fan ain't in here yet. Talking about how great his Seahawks are. I'm sure at some point he will pop up. And I don't run from it. It's football. It's next man up. You know what I mean? Like Trent Williams said in the post-game conference, he said half of their team was on practice squads. And, he kind of snapped back at the reporter a little bit, which I liked. Love Trent Williams. Dude's awesome. But next year, I don't know if I'm going to be rooting for them guys. I don't know. I'm going to have to take some time off and go to Cabo. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that happened. Maybe he's hiding out now, huh? But yeah, I'm gonna have to do the like the off season when the players all go to Cabo and reconsider, because can I continue to root for this? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I? I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I'm struggling right now. I'm really struggling. I actually went and got another jersey. Of who I'm going to root for next year. And it's actually under this jersey right now. Towards the end of the live, I will reveal who my team will be moving forward. And it pains me to do this because I'm a very loyal individual. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. But and that's a good thing. I think loyalty is one of the best characteristics of an individual, you know? If I'm riding with you, I'm riding with you, right? I just don't know. I don't know if I can do this or this anymore. It's troubling. I can't take the highs and the lows. Maybe I should root for the Cleveland Browns and then or the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Q. And that way, at least I'll know we'll have a good regular season and we'll get bounced in the playoffs. What's up, Luca? Say bang, bang, Niner gang. Man, am I going to have to come up with a new catchphrase too? My bad, Q. But yeah, I have another jersey under this one. I will reveal later who I will be rooting for next year, because I just can't do it no more. But there were some great games this weekend. That's right. Bengals will welcome you, right? Taffwood said he's calling bullshit. There is another jersey underneath. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Kind of. How's it going, brother? If you like to watch some rugby games, my team is the Crusaders. They're from South Island. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out. Tim, I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, bro. Yeah, I'm so tired of the heartbreak. You know, somebody said one time, would you rather your team win the Super Bowl this year and then be terrible for the next 10 years? Or would you rather be a perennial contender that falls short every year? And, you know, yeah, absolutely. What are you talking about, Tapwood? $2026 is starting off all right. It's going fast, though, right? It's going really fast. Like, it was just Thanksgiving, and it's already the middle of January. Like, what the hell's going on? Hope your 2026 is starting off well also. But, yeah, these Niners, they're depressing me.
Grandbaby's stopping in and saying hi.
All right, grandbaby's coming to do a drive-by at the Chicago Bears. This is Toya. Say hi to the people. Okay, Luca, come here. Come here. You want to come say hi to the people?
Hi,
Come
people.
No, over here, baby boy. Come
Let's go
here.
to look at Papa's phone.
Look,
Chun Chun.
look right there. Right there. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my grandson, Luca. Okay. And then
All right, scoot him.
scoot on over there.
Come here,
baby
Chunky
boy.
Chunk.
Over there with Toy, okay? And then
There we go.
this is baby Hercules. Oh, he don't
Hercules?
like this.
Oh, he's scared of Papa. Okay, come here, sweetheart.
We call him Hercules because he's only 2 months old. He's huge, huh? Yeah.
All right,
All
guys,
right.
come on, say bye.
Okay, come on, go with Grandma, all right?
Say bye, Papa.
Tapwood says hi. All right, bye, baby. I'll see you guys later, okay?
Come here, my Hercules. What
Yep,
happened,
those are-
man? Come here, my love.
Cora and Q's babies. That's all right. That's why we call him Hercules, because he's a year. That would be Hercules, though, if he was 2 months, huh? Wow. Okay, so I seen a comment from Big E. I'm pissed at the Chicago Bears. That was one of the greatest throws I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, they played well. I didn't watch the whole game. I made it home for overtime, and I watched the first half. And, the Bears got to get some defense. Better defense. They played pretty good defense in this game, but, I think the Rams are the team more equipped to take down the Seahawks. And at this point, I'm not rooting for either one of these teams, but somebody's got to handle them Seahawks, because I can't have them holding up a Lombardi trophy. I don't want the Rams to hold one up either, and I don't want the Patriots. Like, everybody is on my hit list that's in here except for the Broncos, and their quarterback got hurt. And now Jared Stidham, or whatever the hell his name is, who has been in the league for 6 years and has 7 starts. Oh, no. Made a 40-yard Hail Mary to go over to... Oh, I seen that, bro. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was nice. That dude, Caleb, he's good, man. He's one of those guys that people are going to talk about in the future. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying on this one is I'm going to give up my Niner fandom. A lot of people don't believe me, but Jay Graham says, Pat's Nation back in here, broski. What's up with you, homie? We'll see. I mean, it's kind of going to be like, now, not a fair comparison. I was going to say it's kind of like playing the Niners next week, because their quarterback just broke his ankle in overtime. So now you get to play the Broncos without Bo Nix. But I will say this, that Broncos defense is elite. So hopefully see the Rams lose. I want the Hawks. The Hawks need to lose. But yeah, I think I'm walking away from my Niners. Last night I was practicing and everybody was laughing at me. You know how the Chiefs, they do that ooh thing. So I was practicing that, trying to see if maybe the Chiefs would be a big fit, because Mahomes is coming back. And, you can't count those guys out, right? Or maybe Baltimore and Lamar with whoever ends up coaching there. I mean, maybe the New York Giants. Harbaugh just went there. He's going to get, I'm sure he's going to get that organ. They got some talent on the Giants team. They just have not, it's not a good football program. I will review at the end. I will reveal, rather, at the end, the jersey that I'm wearing underneath. It is not a 49er jersey. So it pains me, but I think it's time. It's time to move on. I was at work last night. I had tears in my eyes. I'm training a new guy at work, right? And we're just getting slaughtered. Literal tears. And he's like, bro, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm not crying. You're crying. Like it was a very humbling moment. Here I am trying to show him how we do things, and you know what I mean? Yeah, the Browns are getting a new coach, huh? Well, I've already bought the jersey. It's under this one. One last time for my legend, Ronnie Lott. You know, one last time I'm going to represent for him. And then I'm going to have to buy new beanies and new hats and all kinds of stuff. Man, it's going to be kind of expensive changing teams because I already, you know, I got Montana, Rice. I even got an Alex Smith jersey in the closet there. Debo, George Kittle, Fred Warner. Like, I got a bunch of jerseys. And I don't know, maybe I can sell those to get some new gear. We'll see. But it's troubling. Damn, I think YouTube was even calling bullshit on that one. They cut the feed. No, but it's true. And it's troubling. But you know, I think as far as the teams that are left in the playoff picture for the AFC and the NFC championship, I think, you know, when my team isn't involved, I always like an underdog story. And even though the Broncos are the number 1 seed with the home field advantage, they just lost their quarterback. So I think they got a good run game and a great defense can win you a championship because you just control the time of possession and you don't let the other team score. Keep them off the field. And that's how you win playoff football, right? So, what's up, Gas Mask? How you doing? So, I can see a path for the Broncos. And I don't want the Rams or the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. And the Patriots, I don't want a rehashing of the Tom Brady years. So, yeah, if I had to pick one of the 4 remaining, my heart says the Broncos. And, you know, I don't know. Without Bo Nix, I don't know if they're going to be able to pull that off. If Sean Payton's a great coach, though, and, you know, basically, to be honest, I don't think Bo Nix was the whole reason they were there. The defense was. So it's not a gimme for the Patriots to go in there and beat them. So Broncos win that game. Then the Super Bowl in Santa Clara, it troubles me that an NFC West team is going to be playing on our field for a trophy. So they're going to lose. And, you know, it could be the clash of the defenses, Denver and Seattle. Or it could be, I mean, it could be a lot of things, right? You know, who knows? But, yeah, the 49ers, I don't know, man. Ever since they moved to Levi's, ever since they left Candlestick, they just don't know how to get it done no more. For the Broncos. Well, he's been in the league for 6 years. I think he has 7 NFL starts in 6 years. And he hasn't attempted a pass in a game since 2024. So, yeah, that's rough. And now he's going to be playing in the AFC championship game when the lights are the brightest. Might as well be the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not an ideal situation to put a quarterback like that in. But all he's got to do is hand the ball off and drop short passes and let the defense do their thing, I think. You know, I don't know. Nick Foles did it exactly, Manny. That's right. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think Nick Foles did it with Sirianni, who, you know, I guess he's a pretty good coach. I'm not an Eagles fan by any means, you know what I mean? But I think Sean Payton's a better coach. So if Sirianni could get it done with Foles, why can't Sean Payton get it done with whatever that guy's name is? My uncle said that they are going to win regardless of the quarterback because, yeah, they have an elite defense, no doubt. It's about coaching the game plan and matchups, you know? I mean, the Patriots are going to have to stop the run in that game. If Denver can get a run game going, it may be a long day for the Patriots, to be honest. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I was looking at stat lines for these divisional rounds, and like there wasn't really much great quarterback play. Probably that last game was the best quarterback play, but even then, you know, when you're looking at statistics, they're like around 50% completion rate. Like that's crazy to me. I mean, I know it's big time games and high pressure stuff, but you know, great quarterbacks rise to those occasions. And I think a lot of the teams that are left are, for the most part, being carried by their defenses. They've had flashes, Ezekiel, as far as their defense goes. Because when they played us, there was no defense in that game at all. Like, we just both went down the field and scored. Like, our defense was pretty much trash anyways, with all the injuries and everything. But, you know, they looked pretty good against the Rams, definitely. I don't know how much the weather factored into that on both teams, you know what I mean? Not just on the Bears, but it was definitely bitterly cold in that game. And, you know, but I think the Bears moving forward are definitely a team to watch. Caleb Williams is a very good quarterback. I think if he continues to do what he does, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, they played great defense tonight. I mean, only allowing 20 points to that Rams team, that's good stuff. You know, I was kind of pulling for the Rams in that, even though I thought, or not the Rams, the Bears rather, because you know, even though I said I think the NFC West will represent the NFC, I don't want them to now that we're out. I wanted the Niners to do that. So, but yeah, it was a pretty good weekend of football.
All right, not to interrupt your live, but we just got the invitation for Beverly's birthday party on February the 7th, and it is the old woman thing.
Yeah, it's not an ideal what day is that?
On a Saturday, so I'm thinking that if Mona takes me and she wants to come home early, I'll be at her house until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning till you get off work.
Drop short passes and let the defense. We'll figure it out.
I'll just suck it up.
We'll figure it out.
And I already saw, we got the gray hair, and I'm gonna go in an old dress, and so I don't even know why she would pick an old theme. Great, fucking great.
I know, right? So, yeah, that was it. Sorry about that interruption there. So, anyways, my Niners let me down. Time to take the gear off. I never thought I would stop supporting my Niners. But I just can't take it no more. Getting too old for this shit. These guys are going to give me a heart attack watching them play. Well, that last game, not really, because that was just an ass whooping. We were terrible. Yeah, I got the old man look going on for sure. So, yeah, I have selected a different team that I will be riding with going into the 2026 season. It will not be this guy. It troubles me, but I just can't do it anymore. And in a little bit here, when we wrap up, I will peel out of this Niner jersey and I will reveal who I shall be going with moving forward. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pulling for the Broncos next week against the Pats. The Rams and the Hawks, I don't really care. I don't really care. I want somebody to beat the shit out of the Hawks, though. Nope. It's over. I had a good run with these guys, but it's time to jump on a better bandwagon. I just can't do it no more. Why should you never fight a dinosaur? Because you'll get your ass kicked. That's pretty good. Itchy fingers. I've been practicing, E. Oh, Chiefs Kingdom. Maybe. Might be the answer. Is there a Mahomes jersey under this jersey? I guess you're going to have to wait and find out. I will be revealing it at the end. But what do you think? Am I doing it right? I mean, they're building a new stadium and everything for those guys. I think Kelsey's gone, but they still got I can't think of the defensive coordinator's name, but they got a really good defensive coordinator. Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes. Are you really out, Biggie? How dare you? Well, you got jokes tonight, huh, Itchy Fingers? Don't say you're out yet, Biggie. You're going to have to wait and see what jersey I reveal. But I already took the Niners. I already took the beanie off. My son is still going to be a Niner fan, so maybe I'll just give him my gear and give him a bigger head start on his fandom. But who do you guys think? What team do you think I'm going to be jumping to? Let's see your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing some videos on like more of the true crime stuff. What do you guys think about that? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, maybe that's something might interest people a little more. Because when I do a regular video, like, I'm just not getting any views, So, I don't know. Your right arm will be left. Itchy Finger says, KC, if you cut off your left arm, your right arm will be left. Interesting take there. Could it be KC? What do you think, Biggie? Who do you think I'm gonna be riding with? Is it the Bengals, maybe? The wifey's a Bengal fan. Kind of makes sense. We could be a Bengals house. But then my kids are Niner fans. And with my luck, I would jump off the bandwagon. They'd probably fucking win the Super Bowl next year. I don't know. But yeah, I think the Dolphins. I kind of followed the Dolphins a little bit when Mike McDonald was over there. I think it's Mike McDonald, their coach, the one that just got fired, because he came from San Francisco. But I mean, you got Baltimore should be exciting with a new coach. Pittsburgh, they're going to have a new coach. Harbaugh already went to the Giants. I think the Browns, though, coach went to Atlanta. I read out of jokes. How do you know when you're at a game? When all the hot dogs. That's gross. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's depressing when your team sucks. Different jersey and your OG team. Right, that's what I'm saying. I jump off the bandwagon, and then next year they bring Robert Saleh back. Everybody gets healthy, and they steamroll everyone. That is a concern, So, I think this one isn't going to be super long. I'm going to guess the Bengals or the Cowboys. Wow, you know what? Actually, that brings up a good point. So, if I'm not a Niners fan anymore, do I suddenly not feel disdain for the Cowboys in that rivalry? I mean, I guess maybe if I become like an Eagles fan, then my feelings would remain for the Cowboys, wouldn't they? I don't know if I could ride with Nick Sirianni, though, and that goofy-ass Big Dom dude on the sidelines, Yeah. You love the rival, right? Oh. Or maybe I just become a Cowboy fan. Imagine that. I don't know. Raiders? I could be a Raider fan. There's plenty of them around. But they suck too. So what do I do? What do I do? Well, I've already made the decision of who I'm going to support. Oh, man. Now we're getting them "we dem boys" comments in the comment section. Good Lord. I can't bring myself to say it. I appreciate your humor in the chat, Laffy Taffy. Laffy Tafty. Well, I guess it's time to reveal who I'm going to be riding with next year in the NFL. So let me take this jersey off. You still in here, Taft? Out with the old and in with the new. Creepy Larry says Texans or out, Bears out. Yeah, they are. So my new team will be it's another Niner jersey. Taft would had it right. Nick Bosa will be back, and we will be running this shit next year. So all these scrub teams that made it to the conference finals and ultimately the Super Bowl, enjoy it while you can. Next year, we're going to have Bosa back. We're going to have Michael Williams back. We're going to have Fred Warner back. Man, the league's on notice. You know, enjoy it while you can because, nope, it's another Niner jersey. But this one is Nick Bosa. I don't know if you can see that, but with Nick Bosa in the game and Fred Warner in the game, that defense is completely different. And only my concern, though, honestly, is McCaffrey's getting older. We don't have a true wide receiver one. Ricky Pearsall could be that guy, but he's so damn injured all the time. And to be honest, like, dude got shot his rookie year in San Francisco. And I think he still made it for week 1. So, like, he didn't have a whole lot of recovery time, but he managed to do it. But, like, dude just can't stay healthy now. I don't know if it's a side effect from being shot or what the deal is. I know being shot definitely isn't good for your health, even if you do survive. But, you know, that's just what it is. So we can go ahead and put the beanie back on now because you guys know what it is. Bang, bang. Always will be. I remember a couple of years ago, I think the Niners lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. And I was joking with my son, like, a couple days later, you know, after the hurt wore off. And I told him, I forget what team it was. Maybe it was the Chiefs or the Seahawks or something. But nah, that's my coffee right there, Brody. But I was joking with my son, and I told him, I said, you know what? I'm not going to ride with the Niners no more. I think I told him the Seahawks. I'm just going to be a Seahawks fan because they're better. And to see what he would say, you know, and he said, I can't believe you would say that, Dad. Like, I'll always be a Niner. And I love that. Damn. You had a Chinese scammer steal $4,000 out of your account pretending to be George. That's crazy, bro. Are they taking care of that? Yeah, he does seem good, huh? He got shot 9 times. I think they said. Hell, Pac got shot 5 times, and he said 5 shots couldn't stop me. I took it and smiled. But yeah, it don't matter what happens, man. I'm gonna ride with these guys. Not necessarily the players. It's the name on the front of the jersey. You know what I mean? That I roll with. So going to sort it out takes. Damn, that sucks, bro. Hopefully they'll get it all straightened out for you, though. You know? Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it's still. It'll always be Niners for me. We just need some more defensive players like this guy. And this guy. And Fred Warner. You know what I mean? To stabilize things. Because, man, that defense was hot trash this year, you know? It seems like that's the moral of the story there, isn't it, Laffy Taffy? If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so that when I do go live, you can join. I'm surprised that Sports Jazz Fan didn't hop on here tonight to take a victory lap on that Seahawk win. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, we didn't have the tools that we needed in order to make it happen. Christian McCaffrey's getting older. In general, this channel's about sobriety, and I guess it's like a true crime sort of genre, but it's my stories, my life story about when I was battling with my addiction and going in and out of jails and prisons, and how I managed to turn my life around and get clean. I got 21 years of sobriety now, so in general, it's meant to be inspiration for other addicts that are struggling and hopefully looking to get on the right path. You know what I mean? We doing a lot of football stuff right now because I'm really into football, but in general, that's what it's about. I have a job interview at Applebee's tomorrow to be a dishwasher, and I didn't want to go in there asking for days off on day one. Now, yeah, and that makes sense, bro. You know, you never know. I mean, typically new people are gonna be working weekends, so bro, but that's all right. You know, go get your money, bro. I mean, I worked last night while my Niners were getting their ass whooped, and you know, I considered calling in so I could stay home and watch the game. But actually, I was glad that I went to work because had I taken a day off and lost money for that, like I would have really been pissed. So, you know, it all worked out all right, I guess. Part then on. Hey, appreciate that, Laffy Taffy. Yeah. So, uh, yeah. No, and I hear you, bro. But honestly, to me, the Super Bowl is special when my team's playing in it. Otherwise, it's just another football game. To be honest, you know. On the meth pipe, he's gone downhill. Paranoid thinks all little cars are cops. Just crazy stuff. He won't get help. Yeah, that sucks, Tim. You know, and honestly, unfortunately, with addiction, you know, you can't speak logic into individuals for the most part. They have to be ready. You know what I mean? What's up, Jack? How you doing tonight, bro? You know, they have to be ready to accept change in their life and recovery. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can talk to them and tell them until your face turns blue, but until that individual's ready to make a change, ain't nothing going to happen, unfortunately, you know? So I wish them the best, and I'll keep them in my prayers, bro, because it's, you know, it's tough. It's a tough addiction to beat. I seen a statistic recently where they say that only 2% of meth addicts ever truly, you know, beat it. I don't know if I believe the number to be that low, but it's definitely hard, you know? And, you know, most people definitely don't get it on the first try. So I accidentally put a hole in a wall because the stupid bears. Oh, man. You know what, though? The Bears, I will say this. They have nothing. If you're a Bears fan, you have nothing to hang your head about. That division, you know, they had picked you guys to be like third in the division or something, and you won that division, and you know what I mean? Like you made it to the divisional round, and you took the Rams to the limit, who a lot of people are saying are the best all around team left. So, you know, nothing to hang your head about with that loss, bro. I'll say that. One of the managers at Applebee's because he's a friend of the family. So if I do get the job and I work my butt off a week before the Super Bowl, yeah, you never know, bro. You know, like anything is possible. You know, so that would be cool. But what is that? Oh, so. Oh man, yeah. It happens, bro. It happens. It was a hell of a game though. My hats off to the Bears. They far exceeded expectations, you know what I mean? And like coming into this round, it was us and the Bears that were kind of those teams where during the you know, at the beginning of the year when they're making all their predictions and stuff, you know, and as the season went on, like due to our injuries and the division that you guys were in, that nobody really gave either of those teams a chance to even be there. So the fact that we both made it to the divisional round, I don't think there's anything to hang our heads about, you know? you feel about that 40-yard throw to go to overtime? Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, anyways, I think we're going to probably wrap this one up here shortly. Some good games this weekend, some not so good games. My team, well, it's not a good game at all. Kind of depressing, but it's football. Shit happens, right? And I'm not betting money on these games or anything, so whether they win or lose doesn't affect whether my lights stay on or there's a roof over my family's head. You know what I mean? And sometimes I have to keep it in that perspective because it's a game. And when my team doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, I tend to buy into that it's scripted. Where's the storyline? So where's the storyline? Storyline I see is potentially Stafford wins the Super Bowl and retires. You know what I mean? And if that's what it takes to get him out of my division, my team's already gone. Go for it. Hoist that trophy and then wheel him off into oblivion and let Jimmy Garoppolo start for them next year. That would be a lot more favorable for my team. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we got Broncos and Patriots next week. Yeah, and I was talking to a Rams fan yesterday, and that's what they were telling me. They were like, Stafford's been dealing with so many injuries and stuff, and obviously he's older. He's been in the league like 17 years. So maybe if he gets another ring, he hangs up the cleats. And, I'd be okay with that. I don't want the NFC West to win the Super Bowl just because those are all division rivals. But if it means Stafford will be gone, see ya. Jack says Patriots are definitely winning that game yeah, that's tough, right? Can I sing? I can sing, but it's probably not anything anybody wants to hear. I think in that game, Patriots and Broncos, right? I think Sean Payton's the better coach. I think the Broncos have the better defense. I know that it's being played in Denver, and the Broncos have a pretty decent run game. So, if they can run the ball and control the clock and play good defense, they can win that game. But I don't know. After the KC Chiefs got taken out of the playoffs and the Bills made it, I saw so many people on the internet saying the Bills were going to the Super Bowl because Kansas City wasn't going. Yeah, because you didn't have Pat Mahomes, you didn't have Lamar Jackson, you didn't have Joe Burrow. Man, I wish I had a couple dollars to spot you, bruh. But you had all the big superstars that have been there and done that were out of the way. So it was definitely Josh Allen's opportunity, and I think that's why you seen the tears after the game yesterday. But honestly, in that game, there were definitely some questionable calls, in my opinion, by the refs. And I think when you get to playoff football, man, you got to let the guys play. If it's not blatant PI, then keep the damn flag in your pocket. But, when I never played football organized, but I did play baseball. And one of the things my coach, when I was 11, 12 years old, right? I had a coach, Wally Taylor was his name. Shout out to Wally if he's still around. We actually were city champions that year. Great team, right? 12-year-olds, though, right? I mean, and Coach Taylor used to always preach, don't let the game be close enough to where the umpire can decide it. Or you could substitute referee for that. Like you have to go out there and make a decisive statement that you are the better team. And dude was a fabulous coach. You know, I don't know if he's still around. He was probably 40-ish back then when I was 12. So he would probably be about 80 now if he were still around. But shout out to Coach Taylor. That game, but I heard people cried, but I didn't believe it. LOL, I'll definitely have to watch the highlight. Yeah. Yeah, they're at the towards the end. I don't know if it's the end of the game or if it was in overtime, but there was a deep pass down the field and there was a PI called. That was a 29-yard pass interference call. Then one of the defenders for the Bills blew a head gasket, basically slammed his helmet on the ground, got like an unsportsmanlike conduct type of penalty, and that moved it half the distance to the goal line. So like they're down around the 10, chip shot field goal to win the game, basically. So you know what I mean? Like the refs definitely had their hand in that. I'm not saying they were right or they were wrong. I'm not a professional referee, but from what my eyes seen, I didn't see the penalty. But at the same time, players need to keep their composure, especially in these big games, because you know that extra half the distance to the goal line made it that much easier of a field goal. So, just wasn't in the script, right, Moto Man? I agree. And you know, I'm just waiting for us to get that script. When is the 49? Like this was the year, bro. This was the storyline. San Francisco winning in their home stadium with a team of practice squad guys. You know what I mean? And Shanahan with the and Robert Saleh with the brilliance of the coaching. You know what I mean? And how important coaching is, but just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, I think we're gonna bring it right. JSN, yeah, absolutely. And you know, Sam Darnold didn't have any stats in that game. You know what I mean? He was like 140 passing yards or something. Like the run game killed it. You know. Broncos Steelers. I remember the Broncos Ring of Fame who passed away. Who you are talking about? Lionel Taylor, a former NFL player and coach. No, I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. At the age. No, it was Wally Taylor was his name. But yeah. So anyways, I think we're gonna leave it right there. We're almost at the hour mark. And I think I'm gonna go inside and have something to eat. So I will probably be back on live again tomorrow night. We'll see how that goes. But you guys have a good week. If I don't talk to you again, I'll be back on next weekend. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. I truly appreciate it. It helps the channel. And you know, as always, don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing.